Alright then. Back during the summer sale for GOG, I was able to basically get Lovecraft's Untold stories. This is basically, as you can guess, a Lovecraftian game, but what's more intriguing about it is the fact it's basically a roguelike, so it's basically a game I think is worth checking out. Here we go.
The Earth is adrift in a mysterious and limitless cosmos to which mankind is as ignorant as it is insignificant. Those who have left their humanity far behind whisper of the great old ones. Gods, titans, and monsters that comprise and control the very fabric of our malignant reality. In their wake there is only insanity and death. This is why the stories of the rare few to stand against them go untold.
Alright, so that's the intro. Let's go to the options here. I'm just going to turn on the music a little bit. Sound effects. Volume. Yes. So there's our language settings. There's our controls. Graphics. I guess we're coming back to the screen for credits. Alright, so basically this is by LLC Bellini Games. The game's ID and concept is made by those guys right there. And while I'm basically letting you guys basically look at the credits here, I'll basically go over a little bit about Lovecraft style games and stuff like that. So, for those who don't know, Lovecraft, was basically a horror writer back in the day. And his stories basically involve Cthulhu and stuff like that. And at the core of his ideas, you basically saw in the intro there, but where the intro is basically saying there's these stories basically go untold because there's very few survivors. Essentially, these stories, there usually isn't any survivors for good outcomes for the heroes. Those who basically engage with these battles against these dark gods and stuff, they usually don't have happy endings, shall we say. They usually either die or something malignant basically happens to them. So if they survive, it's usually not a good type of survival, so to speak. And interesting credits, I guess, because we basically have some sort of alien drummer there, a smaller alien drummer. Wow, is that basically it for the credits? That's a very short credits, so... And apparently it's just made in Russia. Good to know. And we have a final alien type of drummer there. And then there we go, there's the end of the credits, I guess. Oh, look at that, a little bit of Cthulhu, right at the end there. Wow, I was actually planning to show off the full credits, but I guess that's basically the full credits. Alright, well, new story then, shall we? Alright, so select difficulty. We basically have easy, so for lovers of stories who have never played such games and who would like to try their hand at resisting the great old ones and their horrors. So, teddy bear and bottle. For novice story collectors who have played similar games and who would like to prevent the great old ones from winning despite all their horrors. And then hard. For experienced story collectors looking for a new challenge. Alright, so, I guess Normal's probably what you want to go for. Alright, so, there's basically a huge cast of this game. We basically have like Detective John Murphy here. Eventually we'll have like Professor Dr. Clawstone. Witch Elizabeth des Felice. Thief Michelle Richie. Ghoul Elliot Luce. And then we're at, like, back to this guy right here. You can read that if you basically want to, but I think you basically want to see me go, right? So, let's go. Legrasse Telegram. You retire of a blue, there's no contact for months, and just the telegram reading. Murphy, stop. Chateau Hill. Massachusetts, stop. Bring gun, stop. Urgent. Help needed, stop. Bayou, cult, stop. Well, I'm here for you, Legrasse. Alright, so here's a quick tutorial. So move around with the WSD, or like the the arrow keys, or the mouse, I guess. You basically like shoot around with like the left mouse button, right mouse button. Use E to interact. So the character can move and shoot at the same time in all directions. Use keyboard, gamepad, and mouse. With the activate button, you can open doors and chests as well as activate various interactive objects. Blah blah. Alright, so here's like this stuff over here. So F is basically for like meleeing stuff. So each character has its own unique abilities. Some abilities, such as throw explosives, require presence of special items. So basically, like, this is of course like sort of like 1900s type of game. So you'll have like access to explosives and stuff like that. So C to basically use explosives, F to basically like melee, space to basically do like dodge, roll. In the inventory of the character, you can store a limited number of items. Use the free space reasonably. A minimap will help you navigate and basically the game. If you get lost, use the minimap to find the exit. So, I and tab. And then each of the two stores uses its own currency, and its range of unique products. Also in the stores, you can sell items you do not need. But every item sold will be valued by the owner of the store the same way, so blah blah. Alright, so, to give you like a rundown, basically like, there's our health over here. There's like our ammo over there, I guess. And we're here to stop a cult. Now, for those who basically love Lovecraftian games, some people like sort of hate this game because like it basically is like more like running gun type of game, gameplay, so to speak, as opposed to like mystery solving. But it's like a tutorial, like just like start up here, so we'll just get through it easily enough. I'll note by the way, back in the day, I was considering this like possibly for like a roguelike like spotlight, but I decided against it because it seemed like it was like, a little bit rough. I might do so now though. Oh, there's some aid right there. Some bandages. Torn Investigator Notebook. This is Legrasse's old detective notepad. He must have kept it when he retired. The pages have been torn out. So, info. I'll note by the way, like, find like info is like, a part of this game, by the way, like, you're basically trying to solve the clues and stuff, like the going-ons here. Oh yeah, I can actually open these, by the way, if you want to, so. Whoops! So, note that I hit the explosive barrel and we just died. Let's just restart there, so. Honestly don't like hit like everything because you might like explode yourself. So this game is like unforgiving like that, by the way. So you can't die that way. So whatever. We'll just cook a steamroller our way up to the the entrance here. Hopefully without dying. So we'll just go up here. Hop over here. Now, it isn't randomly generated this time around, but I'll note like once you beat the tutorial, like level here once, like it will start to randomly generate this level. So apparently this is random. We can find these like crates here. So move on. Whoops. There's treasure. So yeah, obviously don't hit the explosive barrels and stuff. Try to see if you can blow it up, by the way, so. Guess not. Alright, so you can get a lot of money for his treasure, so that's basically what treasure is basically for. You can sell it. But not everything's destructible, so worth noting. Cultist corpse. The corpse of one of the secret societies or cults I've been encountering. So you can search it, you can undress him. Now, no problem because I'm a detective, I can actually undress him, so. The tongue has been split down the middle, several teeth have been filed, the finger and toenails have been removed and cauterized, there's been a crudely performed partial castration, the navel has been sewn shut, and the nipple has been removed. I mean, phew. At least knowing this will make them easier to spot in the future. So, obviously the cultists have some very interesting surgery done to them. Alright, let's just see what's up here, I guess. Before we're going there. Footprints. Several sets of footprints. I'm sure there was a struggle here. This doesn't look good. See, I note that I can't, well, I guess we can do that, but, Alright, so chapter 1. And here you are inside. You are enveloped by the twilight and the smell of old furniture. The walls of this old mansion are thick enough and impregnable for extraneous sound. They're allowed to keep their secrets and only distant Brussels in your heart period audible, so. Alright, there we go. Oh, I can see my shadow here. Very nice. Interesting stuff here. We'll get to the comet soon enough, I guess. Let's explore around this way first. See, I note that basically this, as I said, this is combat oriented, so. I am bleeding, by the way, but I guess I can't stop the bleeding with, first aid here. Alright, so up here you can see, where we're basically going here, so. Rip notepad pages. Paver covered in Lagrasse's notations, I can make out Chateau Hill put us up a bond for bail of Castro, the Velo cultural leader. More info. I assume this is bad to hit, so we're not going to hit that. Interesting. A decrepit looking boulder. It doesn't seem very safe. Open and check inside? Let's leave it, actually. If it doesn't look safe, I'm actually gonna leave it alone for a moment, so... Yeah, you can, like, as you, like, saw for the tutorial, you can die very easily in this game, so... Bird. Oh my, a hummingbird in a cage. I should pause while to enjoy it? Okay. Such a teeth thing and so beautiful. And yeah, by the way, sanity's a thing, by the way, in this game, so... You should gain your sanity where you can. Oh, I note that, like, the sort of, like, map here, we basically have, like, a sort of, like, you know... We went, like, this way, but we end up here, because, like, that's where the door basically takes us. Book titled The King in Yellow. There's a thin book here titled The King in Yellow. I should read it. Sure, why not? Huh? It's a play. The second act appears to be torn out. Someone's written on the back cover, "Do not read this, fear the pallid mask." Oh, I lost part of my sanity, apparently. But you have to, like, find out what's going on here, right? So... We're gonna lose our sanity, like, regardless, right? So... Oh, nothing here. Woman's statue. An encourages statue of a kneeling woman, as if she was protecting herself from her attackers. I should take a close look. She looks terrified. It's unnervingly realistic, like a teeny three-dimensional photograph. The proportions are perfect. When I get very close, I can swear I can feel her shallow breath on my skin. So some info. Oh, this room apparently is apparently dead end, so... There's definitely some cool effects happening in this game here. Shredded notepad pages. Legras's handwriting covers these pages. I can make out Castro and his followers are accepted by the Baratarians on the Bayou. They call them Taku. Insult? Oh right, I can basically just, like, you know, interact with stuff to loot it up, I guess. Maybe I should be interacting with stuff more as opposed to, like, you know, clobbering it. We'll see. That seems like very dangerous to open, so maybe I'll leave it like, alone for now. Okay, it's a bad room. Okay, we survived. What were they guarding in here? Or we're just here for the heck of being here. That's not good. Voodoo Idol. This idol has a head with a form of an octopus. Odd. Okay, there's some stuff right there. So, Farmhouse Rock. A small stone with crackles with static electricity burns every enemy in the room. Med kit heals serious wounds. Essential salts. A bluish-gray powder. It burns when I sprinkle it over an open wound and covers it, so basically it, like, stops you from bleeding. Doctor bag heals every wound. Will stop any bleeding effect. That's what I basically wanted, I guess. Chunk of meat is still bleeding. Silver ankle, but the top seems unfinished, like there's a missing piece. History of ancient cults, unless it useless if you don't want to study the history of the ancient cults of mankind. Should equip this. I already have equipped. Alright, you can't like burn yourself with like a Molotov cocktail, obviously. So be very careful with this stuff. I'm gonna go this way. I'm learning stuff. Golden tiara. There's a golden tiara lying here. I say it was solid gold, were it not so light and lustrous. Tall in front and seems to be made of freakishly large and round head, it has strikingly puzzling beautiful patterns. Some simple geometrical and some plainly marine. Okay, some money and stuff. This is where I should fast travel, I guess. There we go. Oh, traps! So, bloody key. With this key, you can open the same type of lock. We do a lock first, I guess, so... There we go, we hold up here a little bit. Now, can I fast fast travel out of like this situation, I guess? So, basically skip the bleeding effect by like not walking into traps again by doing that. Totally heal apparently. Let's go up here. Do I have a key for it? Let's place this then. Well, I have no idea how this AC works this one, so whatever. We'll come back to it if I get the key for it, I guess. Excuse me. Well, I'm not dead. But as you can see, it's very combat oriented, this game, right? So and I feel like many people that play Cthulhu games don't like that the fact it's basically so combat oriented. So yeah, magic. There we go. Kill these guys. I'm sure it'll get harder as you go along by as well, so it will not get easier. Okay. Whoa, traps again. Ooh! Wrong key press right there. I'm glad that they have some HP based on like the explosives and stuff. Voodoo Idol. The idol has a head with a form of octopus, odd. So, we saw it again. Got some more info. Strange painting. There's a sheet of paper here with what it seems to be a strange painting of ink splatter on it. To me it looks like the last thing I saw. It represents how I feel. It looks like an object. It looks like an ink splatter. So basically, like, horrors, how I feel, like, inner. It's just an ink splatter. Who cares? Looks like an object. It looks like something normal. It's so nice to just see something normal. There we go. We got our sanity back. Honestly, I want to keep my sanity upright, so where I can, we'll try and do so. Strange statue. There's something very disturbing about the statue. There's an artist name carved on the base, Daniel Morris. I have read that name somewhere else. Some info. What page? A newspaper page, wet with blood. It's soaked. The print is hard to make out. Declaration: the Governor of New York has released this statement. The laws prohibiting suicide and providing punishment for any attempt at self-destruction have been repealed. The government has seen fit to acknowledge the right of man to end existence, which may have become intolerable to him, through physical suffering or mental despair. Okay. I can blow this up. Hey, there's a bronze key. Useful. Armor. A set of medieval period European armor. It's engraved with the words Léamar Secret de Frey Ambrose Que. It's French. Sorry, I don't speak French. I want like if I could like release stuff as like an attack, if that's something we should do here. All right, well, we missed something in this area, I guess. A table of a model. Over here, huh? Gracious. There's a perfect little model of this very area, with a little model on me in there too. That's terrifying. How on earth did someone make that knowing I be here? That's amazing. Odd, but amazing and beautiful. I should put my hand in, knock some stuff over. So let's knock some stuff over when it basically does for me. Gotcha. I try to avoid taking injuries, by the way, so if it seems like I'm being, like, very, like, adverse to combat, it's because I don't want to get injured, for obvious reasons. Okay, that's the only guy in here, I guess. Treasure. Well, we know if there's enemies or not because the mini-map basically pops up if, like, there's no enemies around, so... Whoops. I should be pressing E at first and all that stuff, but whatever. Alright, so explore most of the old mansion here, except for, like, up here. And, of course, that door. Okay, let's just take this. Never mind, so whatever. Ragged pages. They are covered with Legosh's notes. I can make out Chateau Hill, built around a stone circle by Lafitte's outcasts. So there we go. Silver octopus head. Interesting. A small metal octopus sculpture with a hole in the back, like if something slides into it, like maybe an anchor? Who knows? But my inventory's getting full at this point, by the way, so that's a thing. Album. Here's an album of photographs. I should leaf through it. It's bound in soft leather with Pond family embossed in the front. The first photograph I see is a staged sepia image of a rather charming looking family consisting of a young man with somewhat nautical clothing and demeanor, a pretty young wife and 2 year-old children. Leaving through the pages, it's like a journey through the family's history. Oh dear, it seems the young mother is unwell, her skin changes over time and her posture hunches. Oh lord! His wife's ill fortune seems to be taking a terrible toll on the sailor. He now poses far away from her, and a look in his eye. The children are now young adults, but they too have changed. An inherited condition, perhaps? Oh no. As I reach the last few images, the wife has vanished, probably dead of her disease, and the children, the last photograph shows the man slumped in a chair, and the buttons of his shirt are mismatched, above round open behind him. Only one of his children is in the image, and the young man has already lost both his ears. What affliction visited his poor family? I hope I never see it at first hand. So yeah, obviously, like, Sanity, it's a big thing in this game. You lose it if you're not careful, so... Doll of naked woman. There's an articulated teen doll of a naked woman with geisha face paint and black hair, holding a fan up to cover her entire face apart from her eyes. I should move the veil to admire the face detail. As I move the arm holding the fan away, the doll swells and contorts in my hand, becoming soft and pulpy, spreading like a diseased tumor, reeking of sweat and blood. I throw it to the floor and step on it. So, something's wrong with that doll, apparently. But I know that my sand's starting to get, really bloody over here, so we're going insane slowly. This leads us back here. Ow. Oh, we got hurt again. keep pressing F when I should be pressing E on those, but whatever. As you probably guess, this is like a randomly generally start managing it each time, so it's not always going to be the same like this. Black mirror. There's a small mirror hanging here. Looking into it, I see that it's just me, I've changed, I look terrible. That I look alright considering the situation. Hey, a heal. A roaring fire. Usually I find these comforting, but there's something hungry about this blaze. Search the ashes. This fireplace appears to have been used to burn documents. I can't make much out from the fragments of paper, but there are a few names and locations which might help in the investigation. I'll make a note of. So, info. Their bloody key. The doll cabinet. A small handmade cloth doll wearing stitched clothes which look just like mine. There's a set of beautiful hand-carved pins next to it, and a little gap in the doll seems with some stuff poking out. So I should poke this stuffing back in and put the doll back. I should use the pin to pin the doll back together. Ow, my side! So apparently like pinned herself, so that hurt. So, you know, very Cthulhu-ish, like, you know, or not Cthulhu-ish, but Lovecraftian sort of like gameplay, or like, you know, storytelling, I guess. Alright, we want to go this way. Wild plant. There's a plant over here, just like a Venus flytrap, but with much larger draws. I should leave it. It's bad for flytraps to be teased. I mean, I probably should test it just because, like, you know, I'm not really going to be playing this really that long, but whatever. Ah, why not? Tease it. Ow, it bit me. Then the damn thing started sucking my blood. So yeah, honestly, like, you know, I knew that was bad, right? But, you know, it shows off, like, you know, you can interact with the stuff, but, you know, it's not necessarily a good idea to interact with it. Alright, let's just go over here. And let's just see what we find down here. So, stone cellar door. Place this. Hey, what are you, a boss? Alright, we got the star spawn. I guess that's like the first boss in this game. Legrasse's body. Legrasse. There are more pages of his notebook stuffed in his mouth. I can make up references to more stone circles, like the one in various areas around the entire Americas. Also a reference to the Miskatonic University. The names Professor Lake and Professor Armitage. His mouth underlined, and the rest is soaked in my friend's blood. You found new information about the Great Old Ones. Note to Legrasse. Now you know more about the following great old ones: Dagon, Cthulhu, and Asaphalf. Alright, let's place this. So, there's some stuff right there. Well, I survived. Hey, here we go. That's something I'll obviously equip. So there's poison in this game, apparently. I think we're seriously wounded right now, so... So you have to, like, the maggot's basically eating, like, your friend's body. Alright, so, that's basically chapter 1 of, like, this game here. Strange place. Either you're dreaming or time and space have become mockeries. Your head swims frightfully, even though there are no visible objects in unbroken gloom to swirl around you. Then, in the far distance, a pinpoint of light expands, the pressure of earth meets your feet, and you feel gravity pull on you again. The hair on your back of your neck stands up, and you find yourself in a room in which everything seems designed by someone who knows its purpose, but has never once used it. You have found new information about the Great Old Ones. Check the board with the evidences. Now you have more information about the Great Old Ones, your chances of victory have increased. Okay. We'll search around here a little bit, so... There's some item information, so basically like these are about the items and stuff. And here's information about the Great Old Ones. Information about the Great Old Ones will help not lose your mind when you meet them. Because, that's the thing you have to worry about. What am I missing over here? You're gonna get a lot of money for this treasure, apparently. Is this like a store? No, it's like storage. So if you need, you can basically store stuff in here so you don't lose it. Or you can basically take it out if you need it, I guess. Am I missing something here? I don't know. Oh, here we go. That's not ominous or anything. Or is this powering up the place? Yeah, basically I would teleport out. Alright, so chapter 2. A hostel much like any other in appearance, but there's an uncanny chill to the white of the walls, and the cleanliness seems deceptive. You feel as though you ran a finger under any surface that you find cloud blood festering out of sight and out of mind. Alright, so now we're in the hospital here. I feel like I've basically shown off basically enough to basically get an idea of how this game basically sort of plays. Essentially, the idea is you're running around in sort of action-packed sort of thing, gathering information, eventually confronting the insanity gods, so to speak, in this game. Now, from what I basically know, by the way, about this game here, apparently it has sort of like a checkpoint system where as you basically advance through the game, it'll basically save your progress, but it's like sort of randomly generated each time like you sort of like fail and have to like go again through something. And I guess that's basically done for like story purposes. So like you basically like don't just start over like each time. Basically, you're like each character like sort of jumps in, basically like unravels the story more and more. But whatever. That's gonna be it for now. That was basically like Lovecraft's Untold Stories. Hope you guys basically enjoyed it, and take care.